Do you take things for granted? Do you have a who cares attitude? If you could solve the world's problems, would you?
That is one big damn tree. Bring it down.
Are the issues of global warming and deforestation controversial? I ask myself, if you could solve the world's problems, would you? I ask myself, how could I enlighten others? But these were the wrong questions. You see, my YouTube channel is small and no one knows me. Have you noticed how the conversation changed from Black Lives Matter and equality to artificial intelligence? I ask myself, what can I do? I asked a few friends their thoughts. They said nature talks are good topics. They voiced their concerns and what they do. But it did not help me or the general population. So I asked myself, why am I doing this? Every one of these questions was the wrong question. Forests cover 10% of Earth's planet, down from 17%. To put this in perspective, most of the loss came in the last century, in which we lost an area twice the size of the United States. Are you wondering why I mention Black Lives Matter and AI? Do you remember the story about the pebble and the ripples? Ripples spread out far and wide after a single pebble is dropped into water. Similarly, the actions of each individual affects everyone on Earth. All lives matter. Animal life, plant life are as important as human life. Ecclesiastes says there is a time and place for everything. Most people think of environmental concerns as a modern issue. That is, they think humanity's destruction of nature and ecosystems is caused by population growth and its increased consumption. The problem with this thinking is we have become desensitized and indifferent by lumping all of humanity's destruction into a single group, basket, or bucket. While climate change is a result of the destruction of nature and ecosystems, not everything is. Deforestation does not fall into this category, even though we have placed it there. Humans have been cutting trees for millennia. Look at your social media accounts, YouTube and Instagram. Do you see anything on nature? Anything? Do you want to make a difference? Artificial intelligence is not going to solve the issue. We are. You are. Tree planting has been around for years. I remember saplings being handed out at school and maybe even work. While it may be adequate regarding climate control, it is not necessarily a resolution for deforestation. A huge fire in California is small in comparison to the country, continent, planet. Yet, 3 years later shows little signs of life. Besides, can you imagine the difficulty in planting new trees on this steep mountainside? This is one of many times deforestation has occurred. Because we take things for granted, we unfortunately do not consider many obstacles regarding the situation. So let's discuss some of these facts. The first major point is that planting a sapling does not guarantee a tree will grow. If you think that is obvious and that everyone knows that, so it's not an issue, then I ask, is a tree a tree? Are all trees the same? Should we cut down all the trees and just plant Christmas trees? Put another way, did you know that you can't cut down certain oak trees in your yard? Your yard! What about waiting to see the fall colors that you enjoy so much? But now, you can only see Christmas trees. What do you think the monkeys will eat and feed the deer? This one fact alone shows that not just trees, but a variety of trees are necessary for the ecosystem or biodiversity of the planet. This fact alone shows the ripple effect extends beyond borders to all of us. After my last video, I had someone blame the US for the world's current state. They took a controversial approach. We can't say every point was correct. They did not help me with this video, but they offered to help. And in fact, that discussion helped me see how I need to modify the narrative. What type of planet do you want to live on? It is up to us to take action. Have you made the correlation between Black Lives Matter, the ripples from a single pebble, and all lives matter, and are interconnected? Which scene looks better? Now, what do you think of this? Drilling a rhino's horn to inject a radioactive material. Why? It is not just about poaching. It extends to those who purchase the horns or products made from the horns. It extends even further because you see deformed rhinos or rhinos in captivity. Unfortunately, it can extend to your grandchildren by these animals becoming extinct and not being around to see the future. Who is the criminal? The poacher or the consumer? Trees are living until we cut or burn them down. Deforestation affects each one of us no matter where it occurs. Additionally, it affects wildlife. If you are interested in learning more, leave a comment. It's not about views or subscribers. It's about taking action and making a change. 2 tidbits of information before I close are: trees are beneficial for mental health. Finland is one of the most forested countries in Europe and one of the world's largest producers for commercial purposes. It seems unrealistic that they cut down trees on a yearly basis and still have the most forested country. They accomplish this because after a mature tree is felled, it is replaced by 4 or even 5 saplings. Change is possible. And as David Attenborough said, it is up to us.
We are at a unique stage in our history. Never before have we had such an awareness of what we are doing to the planet. And never before have we had the power to do something about that. Surely we have a responsibility to care for our blue planet. The future of humanity, and indeed all life on Earth, now depends on us.